Hello there everyone, it's me Nina Rose and welcome to my channel. This is a review video of the remake Helluva pilot titled Mission Zero. So no further ado, let us get into the video. Okay, they seem to have a lot of changes in this episode from the pilot, but they also kept the same joke that everybody's familiar with.
Sorry, I fucked your husband.
Keeping that classic scene in the remake was great. And fun fact, the audio recording was the same one from the original pilot. I did love the pilot episode, but it just seemed outdated now and the jokes are just not as funny anymore. But this one does have jokes that are funny and it's caught at a limit. The episode focuses more on the beginning of IMP and gives more details how Blitz gets his hand on the grimoire and how their relationship started out. I also like the fact that Luna's age was confirmed and that she is 22 and Blitz still treating her like a child was a funny gig to me. I also did like Stolas in this remake. In the original pilot, he didn't really have much screen time, just that one phone sex line. It was done again here, but the execution was more precise, showing that Stolas knows what he's doing and wants to get down and dirty again with Blitz but gets rejected. The home phone conversation caused Blitz to feel uncomfortable and breaks the phone with a bat. And honestly, if someone said all of that to me, I would have done the same thing. I still think it's a funny scene, especially with Luna standing right next to Blitz with the same expression. In the original pilot, she didn't seem to care all that much, and now seeing her just as shocked is refreshing to me. And the fact that Stolas realized that he fucked up when he said,
"Oh shit."
But then they ended up in Blitz's office with a few moments of dialogue and then they go right into it. There's also details of how Blitz convinced Stolas into him keeping the grimoire. I know it seems like manipulation on Blitz's part, but then again, Stolas did kind of peer pressure him into having sex. So it works for both of them. And the start of the favors for favor deal in the next episode. This was well executed in my opinion. The episode has the same length as the original, but it seems to have more details, better pacing, and gives us more time to understand and know the characters more, especially Millie, since she didn't have much screen time in the 2 seasons, as well as Luna. I liked how they remake the IMP jingle music for the commercial, and of course the animation is stellar. It just shows a little bit more gory and visual views. Although the animation and the visuals are greatly updated, but the story doesn't seem to be that different from the original pilot. The pilot was the episode that drew in most of the fans for its creativity, curiosity, and storytelling. But as much as I like this remake, what's the point of it, I asked myself? Well, for one thing, the original pilot wasn't canon, and it has no connection to the lore of the show. But the story is still straightforward. It is about M's running a murdering business by going to the human world to kill target individual paid by the clients from hell that want revenge. But the show is now also more about the relationship between Stolas and Blitz. Now this is the biggest change in the plot of the show. Stolas acts more like a horny owl with an obsession love over Blitz than a villainous character. And with Blitz, he is less of a jackass who has some capability of caring for what he did to others. I mean, he apologized to Stolas for angering his wife, and it's not a cheap apology either. It seems genuine, like he actually felt sorry for what he did. You know what? After watching this episode, it made me think that the 2 episodes, The Full Moon and Apology Tour, is a complete waste of time. These episodes didn't make any sense to me anyway because Stolas was being a complete hypocrite and a prick, and Blitz being an unapologetic asshole. I know he apologized to Stolas during that party, but at least he tried. I can't say the same for Stolas. I have never heard him apologize to Blitz for the things he put him through. The only thing he apologized for was the transactional deal, which is good, but not for everything else he did. This makes me like Season 1 Stolas better than Season 2 Stolas. If the show started with this episode as the pilot, it would pique people's curiosity about the owl since he's one of the most popular characters. Same goes for Blitz. Although these 2 versions have 2 different characteristics. Yes, Blitz is still an asshole who loves his daughter to death and obsessing over the M&Ms, but at least he didn't watch them sleep. But filming them having sex under the office table is just as creepy. Now another thing I want to talk about is the placement of this episode in the timeline. People got confused because of ghost efforts, and in that episode there is a flashback scene where Blitz introduced the members to the new office. Now here is where people get confused. You see, in Ghost Efforts, Blitz had the grimoire in his hand. In the scene in Mission Zero, he presents the book to the crew after Millie asks them how they're gonna get to the human world. But here is the confusing part. Why do they act surprised about having the book when they already saw it in his hand in the episode Ghost Efforts? Well, I think they didn't pay much attention to what he's holding, as they were amazed about getting this new office. Blitz didn't exactly show off the book to them, more like he's showing off the office. He only had it for those brief moments, or they must have thought he was holding some random book. So I think that Mission Zero came after Ghost Efforts in the timeline, and this will be their first meeting. So I hope this clears up the confusion for some people, and if it doesn't make any sense to some of you guys, I am sorry, but this is the best I could do for you guys and myself. But either way, I don't think it matters because the writing is kinda all over the place in Season 2. But hopefully Season 3 can clear things up. I highly doubt it, but I'm still willing to give it a chance. But overall, I still like the show, and I am curious of where the story is going to go from here on out. I do like this remake better than the pilot, even though if the pilot is still good, I'm not going to judge people for liking the original better than this remake. So these are my thoughts on this episode, and I would like to hear yours. What do you think about this episode? I would love to read your comments down below, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more, you can subscribe and hit the notification button for more updates, and I'll see you all next time.